Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mana's Tarot. Um, Thank you for visiting my new channel. Um, Please like, subscribe, and go into the details and get some info on who I am. Um, I am Mana. I am an empath, a dreamer. Um, I'm also by profession an esthetician. For those that don't know, that is a skin therapist. Um, and I am into holistic care and things of that nature, which you will find out the more that you watch me. Again, this is a new channel, so you're helping me build my community here over this side of things. So this is a collective reading that I'm doing. So that goes for anyone who's watching. Um, don't feel bad if you feel like it doesn't fully resonate with you. Um, Take what's yours and leave the rest for the next. All right. So, first, all right. So, I've laid out some cards in the horseshoe spread, and I will show you the cards. You could probably see a few of them here. Um, First, in your past, we have the Three of Pentacles. And you all, I am using the Modern Witch Tarot deck because these images are just beautiful on these cards. And the meanings are great. All right, so we have the Three of Pentacles in your recent past. We have the Nine of Pentacles in your present. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Um, for what's for what's helping that. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse for your obstacles. We have the Ten of Swords. Um, Y'all, I want to show you this right quick. Isn't that such a beautiful card? Okay, we'll clarify all these. But we have the Ten of Swords for what others around you think or feel about you. We have the Devil card in reverse for what you should do. And we have the Fool for your outcome. Now, those may sound terrible, but if you know tarot, you know things aren't as they appear to be. So it's not terrible at all, okay? So first, let's clarify the Three of Pentacles. So basically, this card is basically just showing you that you've been working, you have skills, it's something you've been working on, you've been doing an amazing job, and you are about to get some recognition for the work that you have done, the blood, sweat, and tears that you have put in. In the past, this is what you've done. In the present, you have the Nine of Pentacles, which means you're now reaping the harvest of that work. Now, y'all, I want you to realize that when we're speaking right now on the work that you're putting in, we're not necessarily talking here about money, okay? This is a love reading, and this came out for your love reading, which means you've been putting in lots of effort in the past. Lots of effort in this relationship. You've been working on things. You've been creating new ideas and just trying to go new lengths for this love that you have. For whatever connection that you've been wanting, you've been really putting in hard work. I don't know if you've been putting in that hard work because you have to, or you've been putting in that hard work because you want it to. Are you trying to make something work out? Was something not working out and you're trying to hold on to it? Okay. You have learned new skills, is basically what this card is telling you, that you've learned something new and is recognized. It has been recognized that you have went some lengths to do better, okay, and to achieve more in greatness and stuff. And then here in the present, you're probably right now or in the near future feeling those efforts be rewarded. You're feeling those efforts be rewarded. Um, and you're probably feeling pretty good, maybe even nostalgic. Um, and um, you're probably even just content right now. That's what I feel like. Maybe you're just content with what you have and you're trying to take care of it the best you can. But again, we do know that that was done with blood, sweat, and tears. So we know you putting in a lot of effort here. Um, and so it might be, sometimes it's hard to really enjoy the fruits of our labor when we've worked so hard for it without being so uptight in a sense. And so here with this Nine of Pentacles, I feel like you know you've earned your place, and that's where you are with that. So we got the Queen here in reverse, okay, and your Queen being in reverse, the Queen of Swords, is basically saying that you could be a little insensitive at times. So yes, you've been working on things and everything, but you could be a little bit insensitive, maybe even manipulative. I'm not here to down you. I'm here to read your cards. Please don't be like, oh, she said we were manipulative. No, that's not. It's not me who said it. Don't shoot the messenger. You can be a little bit. Someone out here can be a little bit manipulative, whether you want to admit that to yourself or not. You could be, and if it's not manipulative, you could be a liar flat out. Like, you know, you're lying about certain things. Maybe you're doing it because you feel like you want to protect them, or just to make things better because you know the truth feels worse than the honesty at this point. And or maybe it's just like I said in the first place, you just sometimes can be a little insensitive, and that's understandable. I'm a Virgo, okay? So trust me when I tell you, I can understand being insensitive at times because rationally we're like, you know what? I'm not worried about your feelings. I'm worried about facts. I'm worried about the truth. I'm worried about getting straight to the point and getting things done. So sometimes, yeah, that does come across as insensitive. But it may be unintentional. And so I'm just telling you here that we've worked your butt off in this relationship. You finally have a resting period where you can kind of enjoy it. And right now, you're not helping it by just holding on to how hard you've worked, because it's showing in your attitude at times. And that can make things a little harsh, okay? So you probably want to watch that, okay? Whew. And your obstacle, y'all, came out the Knight of Swords in reverse. Now, I want y'all to know something here. You want confirmation? Here's the confirmation. Your past, your present. Your recent past, your near future or present. They're both pentacles. Okay, so that's gain, okay? You started off with whatever, and you put your three nickels together, your three pennies together, and you made life happen. You put two and two and one whatever together, and you made nine. Okay, so you tripled what you started off with. So maybe the situation wasn't good from the jump, but you were willing to put in the effort, and you kind of have a little bit of attitude about it. So there might be a little bit of resentment there. You love this person, but there may still be resentment there. And I can't make this up because here we have what's helping, okay? And that is the Queen of Swords in reverse. That's what's helping the Nine of Pentacles. But look at your obstacle. Look at your obstacle. It's also, again, a sword, okay? It's a Knight of Swords. So here you got 2 pentacles, and then you have 2 swords, okay? And they're basically almost mirroring each other. These 2 cards are mirroring each other, and then these 2 cards are almost mirroring each other. And this is basically telling you that, yeah, your obstacle is your attitude. Your obstacle is, you can be a bit bossy. But I feel like, again, what I said as far as being a Virgo, is so I can understand to a certain degree, okay, that you may feel like you have to take on this lead role. You've worn this role for so long. You've worn maybe the pants, or you've had to be in charge of the situation so long that you've become accustomed to it. So you can come across like that. And you may not always be aware. Even if you are, you may feel like they should understand. Okay. And so that's a lot of a burden sometimes to carry. I can definitely resonate with that. Sometimes it could be a bit of a burden. I mean, it's a heavy thing to do, but you're holding things together, and not to say you don't have help or effort from the other end, but what you've put in on it. Okay, so that's where we are right now. So what other people think around you, or this person you're with, they think everything's fine. They don't understand what your deal is. They don't necessarily see what you're seeing or know what you're feeling, because, and we're going to clarify, but I don't think you're really communicating your feelings, to be honest about it. I don't think that you are, but they think that everything's fine. I think that you're letting on that everything's fine, but you're feeling wounded. Okay? You're feeling very wounded, and you're sitting there like everything's okay, guys, with your 10 of Swords. But you're down, you're aching, you're in pain. You feel like something's ended. You feel like it's coming to this end for you. Because you feel like you just can't bear it anymore. It's like a stab to the chest. Okay. So what you should do, we have the Devil card in reverse. So I feel like with the Devil card in reverse is you're letting go, basically. I feel like you've been in this pain here, but you're allowing people to think, or this person to think, that you're fine, which really is not the case. And you're at your wit's end, okay? You're about ready to end things. You're about ready to say, to heck with the situation. You're just tired. See, you want. Yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, I think that you're wanting to end it and let go, because you're turning to, I don't know what you're turning to, but whatever you're turning to it's toxic for you. Okay, it's bondage. It can be some sexual desires, some very unhealthy habits, something that you may not even view as negative, so to speak. But yeah, you are you're doing that, and so what you should do is let that go. You need to let it go, and you need to walk away, and that's what you should do. Okay. And here for your outcome, we have the Fool, which is a very good card. Um, Let me let you all see this card. Notice he's at the cliff. He's at the edge of a cliff, and he's like, you know what? I'm going for it. He's taking that leap of faith, okay? Notice the city behind him. He's leaving things in the past. And he's letting the wind blow and doesn't have a care in the world. Because, like I said, I feel like with this reading, you've just really had enough and you've tried your best to hold on. And you do care about this person. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't feel so wounded, even though you're letting off that everything's okay. Maybe you've mentioned things and maybe feel like that you've made them aware that it's not okay, but they don't see it like that. They think that you're fine, or maybe they think that you're exaggerating because, again, they feel like you can be a little insensitive. So when people think that you are insensitive or bossy and things like that, sometimes they get this notion that you don't really have much of a heart, and you very much so do. The reason you're like that is because you've had to have your guard up to handle business, to keep things afloat, to hang on, to try to better things. And they see all your strength, but they don't see your vulnerability. And you become weak. And meanwhile, you're taking all these hits and they're like, she's fine. She's fine. He's fine. They've dealt with worse. They know how to handle it. They'll be okay. It's just this or just that. They're exaggerating. Meanwhile, you're not. You're in pain. And they don't seem to see that. And it's got you wanting to turn to some dark ways just to feel better. But what you need to do is you need to let that go. Because what you don't realize is it's toxic. And maybe you do realize it's a little toxic, but it's beyond toxic. It's beyond toxic because if they can't see your pain, then why are you even there? Okay? Oh, notice the little dog next to her. And the Fool's card for your outcome. That's a man's best friend, guys. You got your companion. And whatever that companion is, it's part of yourself. Excuse me. You got everything you need. You're leaving behind all this stuff in your city life or work or relationship or family ships. You just can't take it anymore. So you're taking this leap of faith. And you know who's going with you? Your companion. This may even be for somebody who has a cat or dog, a bunny or something like that. Maybe even a turtle. I don't know. But that's all you're going to take with you. Maybe it's your kids. I don't know. But so let's go ahead and clarify. We know what these Three of Pentacles is. So we know you've been working your butt off. And we know that we know that you're reaping your reward, whatever it was in the present. You're feeling like this is finally a time for me to rest. But y'all, that rest is so short-lived. So clarify. So here you got the Three of Cups in reverse, which is basically saying that Three of Cups in reverse, which is basically saying don't overindulge in that Nine of Pentacles. Don't take too much rest. And don't take what you have presently for granted. Okay. Clarify the Nine of Pentacles. Clarify the Nine of Pentacles. All right. All right. Clarify the Nine of Pentacles. Another Sweet Pea giving me some love. Some offering. Something from the Most High. See, He's blessed you and filled you with things. Even in the midst of the storm. I mean, and you have this offering with the Page of Cups. So you have everything you need. You have what it takes. You need to just be modest, humble, right where you are right now. Because what we're trying to do here is to give you a little bit of perception, a little bit of enlightenment, so that you can know about how to go with these things. Because maybe you really don't want it to come to this. And so I really feel like by the time we get to clarifying that everything is fine with the Ten of Swords, I think communication is going to come out somewhere, because you can't allow people to think that you're fine when you're not. You just can't do it. You can't allow people to think that you're fine. You can't. Oh, 1 second. Yes, so like I was saying, yes, you can't allow people to think that you're fine when you're not. You have to communicate. Okay, so let's clarify the Queen of Swords here, because that's what's part of this situation that is leading up to, which is basically saying that you once were logical and rational, and because of all the work that you've put in things, you've been a little bit distorted in your view. You can cut someone with your words. That's what the sword is all about. You have the power to hurt with your words. It's not good for you guys. All right. I don't really think that needs clarification, but I'm going to clarify, see if there's anything else that comes out. I just think you need to watch the way you speak. Think about what you're saying before you say it, because you may be saying things that you don't mean to say that comes across as very insensitive. And not only is it insensitive, but right now you're irrational because you're emotional and you've really put in a lot. You really need to take a rest, okay? And that's why the Three of Cups in reverse came out on the Nine of Pentacles, because you really need to not overdo it in whatever energy that is that you're in, of just reaping and relaxing and saying, okay, I work for this. So, yeah. So let's clarify anything for the Queen of Swords from our angels. Anything for our Queen of Swords from our angels. My finger hit that other card. For those who might be watching, like, oh, I could have swore a card just dropped out. It didn't. It's my finger here. Y'all, the Hierophant came out. Okay, so I'm telling you to watch your words. Because with the Hierophant, he's an authoritative figure. It could be religious. Somebody might need your approval for something. It could be you just need to show mercy and compassion. Yeah, could be dealing with a Taurus here. With a Taurus. Maybe you're a Taurus, maybe they're a Taurus. Well, this is also a card for Taurus, but the fact that it came out in the Queen of Swords, I think, speaks volumes in itself because you could be insensitive and you can cut someone with your words, and you're normally rational, but right now you're a little bit irrational, and you don't want it to lead to something legal. You need to bestow mercy and compassion. Anything else for the Queen of Swords? Y'all, the feeling I'm getting right now, that card coming out, it's anxiety. Somebody, y'all, I feel it like in my chest. That's a lot of anxiety somebody's dealing with. A lot of anxiety, okay? Y'all, I just told you to watch it because you don't want to deal with something legal, and look what comes out. The Justice card. It's not good for the situation if you just feel like you could say what you want or allow your emotions to lose control. You got to be mature, okay? Which explains why when you're in the present moment, you have a page. A page is youth, is insecurity, free spiritedness with whatever you're dealing with. It's not a bad thing, but if lack of self control, if you lose control in the gifts that you have, or you use them ill intendedly, or mess them up with your words without bestowing this mercy and compassion, because maybe this person doesn't really deserve you. Maybe they don't deserve all that you've done. Maybe that's how you feel. But it's going to lead you to some legal matters with this Justice card. I don't know if it's property wise or I got anxiety when the Hierophant came out, but now we're at the Justice, and so I'm really concerned about you. If you're not okay, seek help. That's what I'm gonna say. Because don't let it get to this point if it doesn't have to. But if you know it's coming, just handle it as it comes. Okay, just handle it. Don't lose control. If this person is abusive or something like that to you, you get out of that immediately. Okay. And the card that came out with it. Oh shoot, y'all! I told y'all this card was gonna come out when I clarified. I told y'all this card was gonna come out when I clarified. Y'all got the Eight of Rods coming in. It's something unexpected, fast paced, some communication, and you may be going somewhere. I hope it ain't to jail. Excuse me. Trip, voyage, whatever. You may be going somewhere. I don't want to say it's bad. Doesn't mean it's bad. I'm just saying y'all need to communicate. Communicate what the heck you are dealing with and what you're going through. I don't even think we need to clarify this Nine of Swords because look at all this clarification we got on the Queen of Swords. Clarify this Nine of Swords. It's Knight of Swords, not Nine. Knight of Swords. Thank you. Angel Spirit. The Knight of Swords. Take care of friendships with the Nine of Pentacles because that's what came out. Take care of your relationships and your friendships. It's telling you to take care of your possessions. what you've worked for, and so with that, take care of everything that you've been taking care of. And to take care of what you've been taking care of, you have to gotta watch it. You have to have some self control, guys, because or you're not taking very good care of it. I mean, you've earned it, you've gotten it, and then what? You know, and this does not have to be physical things like a material things. This we're talking about in your relationship, whatever it is. You need to take care of it, nurture it. You just can't be like, okay, I don't know, we're at this point, so this, and that. And then because you helped it get to that point, or because you led it to that point, now you feel like you're in control, and it's coming off a little, you know. Anything else for the Knight of Swords? Anything else to clarify the Knight of Swords? Anything else to clarify the Knight of Swords? Anything else to clarify the Knight of Swords? Okay, so I don't want you to be up here crying about it. Have something being offered to you, but you can't even see it because you're crying over whatever this situation is with the Four Cups. All right, so we're at what other people think about you now with the Ten of Swords. So let's clarify the Ten of Swords. Clarify the Ten of Swords. Oh, shoot. Whew. Now, y'all had 3 cards come out. On this whole, everything is fine. You got it. They're thinking everything's fine. They feel like love has entered this new place with the Two of Cups. Okay? Because this is what they think. This is what they think. They feel like love has entered a new place. Now, we could be dealing with an Aries. You know, I don't know. But with the Five of Rods here, we have a struggle. We have a struggle. And with this Emperor here, we have a masculine energy. They seem to have it all together. Or they think that they have it all together, or they think you have it all together. With this Emperor here. And excuse me.